Ever woke up to reach for your phone and start scrolling? Before you even get out of bed, you've been hit with bad news, drama, outrage, maybe a funny meme, then right back to chaos. Your brain's already running an emotional marathon before you've even brushed your teeth. That constant flood of emotions, happy, sad, scared, confused, isn't harmless. It's rewiring your brain. Because when stress hormones like cortisol stay high for too long, they actually shrink the part of your brain responsible for memory and emotional control. So yeah, your phone might fit in your pocket, but it's a pocket-sized anxiety machine disguised as entertainment. Now let's talk about autopilot mode. You take the same route to work, eat the same breakfast, watch the same shows, and have the same small talk every day. It feels comfortable, right? But comfort has a cost. Your brain's job is to be efficient. When life becomes repetitive, it stops building new connections. The neural pathways that don't get used start to disappear. You're not just stuck in a routine, you're pruning your brain down to the basics. That's why entire weeks can blur together. Every day feels the same because to your brain, it is growth needs novelty. Even small changes, like taking a new route home or trying a new recipe, can literally spark new connections in your brain. Here's another sneaky one, multitasking. You think you're being productive, replying to emails, watching Netflix, checking messages, eating lunch, all at once. But your brain doesn't multitask. It just switches rapidly between tasks, losing focus every time. Scientists call this task switching, and every switch drains mental energy. By the end of the day, your attention span is shredded, your memory is fuzzy, and you feel mentally exhausted. You're not bad at focusing. You've just trained your brain to expect interruptions. And then there's the sleep sabotage we all pretend isn't a big deal. You stay up watching just one more video, scrolling through random posts, or thinking about something embarrassing from 2019. But while you're awake, your brain can't do its nightly cleanup, flushing out toxins, repairing cells, and organizing memories. When you rob it of that time, waste builds up and brain volume actually decreases. Long-term sleep deprivation has been linked to memory loss and even early cognitive decline. So yeah, sleep isn't lazy, it's maintenance time for your mind. Now, let's move to something you probably do every day, stress snacking. When you're anxious, your brain craves comfort foods loaded with sugar, salt, and fat. They give you a quick dopamine hit, but then your blood sugar crashes and inflammation skyrockets. Chronic inflammation literally damages brain tissue and interferes with communication between neurons. Think of it like trying to run a high-performance car on junk fuel. It sputters, stalls, and wears down fast. And we can't forget the social media comparison trap. You open Instagram, see everyone's perfect vacations, perfect homes, perfect smiles, and your brain starts doing math, comparing your messy reality with everyone else's highlight reel. Each comparison triggers stress hormones that shrink the hippocampus, the part of your brain that handles memory and emotional regulation, and grow the fear center, the amygdala. You're literally rewiring your brain to be anxious and insecure, all while thinking you're just catching up with friends. Then there's sitting still, something most of us do for hours every single day. The human brain evolved to move. Physical activity pumps oxygen and nutrients to the brain and stimulates the growth of new neurons. When you sit all day, blood flow slows, neurogenesis decreases, and your mental clarity fades. Movement doesn't have to mean a marathon. Just walking for 20 minutes a day can increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a chemical that acts like fertilizer for your neurons. Let's talk about noise. From the moment you wake up to the second you fall asleep, there's background sound, music, podcasts, traffic, TV, chatter. Silence has become rare. But silence is when your brain actually processes information and connects ideas. Without quiet moments, creativity and problem-solving plummet. So if you've ever wondered why your best ideas come in the shower, it's because your brain finally gets to think without interruption. And finally, the information overload problem. We're consuming more data in a single day than our ancestors did in a lifetime: news, notifications, videos, random facts. Your brain's working overtime trying to store, sort, and prioritize it all. But it can't tell what's important. So crucial details like your grocery list or meeting time get buried under useless trivia. It's mental clutter, and it's shrinking your ability to focus deeply on anything. The truth is, none of these habits feel dangerous in the moment. Scrolling feels harmless. Sitting feels normal. Multitasking feels productive. But your brain is keeping score. Every choice shapes its structure. The amazing part, it's never too late to reverse it. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. Turn off your phone for an hour. Take a walk. Get some real sleep. Eat food that actually came from nature. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Your brain will thank you with sharper focus, better memory, and calmer thoughts. You don't need a miracle supplement or a new gadget, just small, consistent choices that help your neurons thrive. So if this video helped you realize how daily habits quietly shape your brain, give it a like. It helps the algorithm, sure, but more importantly, it's your first step toward rewiring your habits. Subscribe for more brain-boosting insights, because knowledge only works when you use it. Your brain grows when you feed it good stuff, and shrinks when you don't. The difference between the two? Just one mindful choice at a time.